So, let's talk about flirting. I mean, how do you actually show you're interested without making things super awkward or even worse, uncomfortable? Well, today we're going to break down a really simple three-step framework that can help you navigate that exact problem. We've all seen it, right? And we've probably all worried about it. That incredibly fine line between being charming and, well, being creepy. It feels like a total mystery, but it really all comes down to reading the room. So, how do you make sure you land on the right side of that line? Turns out, it's not about what you say. It's about one fundamental skill. And that skill is called empathetic attunement. Now, that sounds fancy, but all it really means is being able to accurately sense how the other person is feeling and reacting to you. You can forget about trying to find the perfect line. The real secret, the actual key, is just paying attention. And this single idea is the foundation for this entire framework. So, to put this whole empathetic attunement thing into practice, we can use this three-level solution. Think of it like a simple roadmap. It takes you right from a completely safe start to learning how to read those first signals, and then, finally, to getting the green light. Okay, so let's start at the beginning with level 1, the safe start. This is your go-to opening move, especially when you have zero existing connection with the person you're talking to. At this stage, you haven't built any rapport yet, right? So the golden rule is super simple. Any playful comments should not be about them. They shouldn't even be about you. Instead, you focus all that playful energy on neutral, third-party objects around you. So, what does that actually look like? Well, let's say you're in a grocery store. Instead of a direct compliment or a cheesy line, you make a silly, lighthearted joke about something else entirely. Like joking about a pineapple and a strawberry, crossbreeding. It's playful, it's funny, and all the pressure is on the fruit, not the person. And the goal here? It's really just to test the waters. You're introducing a little bit of playful energy into the space, and then you just watch. See how they react. Do they laugh? Do they add to the joke? Or do they just ignore it? You're basically gathering feedback with absolutely zero risk to anyone's comfort. And that brings us to level 2, the first signal. Now, this is important. You only move to this stage after you've gotten clear, positive feedback from your level 1 attempt. This is where you can gently start to shift the focus. So, what kind of positive feedback are we looking for exactly? Well, there are 2 huge indicators. First, prolonged eye contact. We're not talking about just a polite glance, but they're really looking at you. And second, lingering touches. Like a light touch on the arm that stays just a second longer than normal. These are pretty clear signs of engagement and comfort. Okay, so once you get that positive feedback, the target of your playfulness can shift. It's not about a piece of fruit anymore. Now it's about playfully misinterpreting something they say. The whole technique here is to playfully twist their words as if they're the one being suggestive. So, if they say something totally innocent like, "Wow, this is really hard," you might come back with a little smirk and a classic, "That's what she said." The key word here is playfully. You're just gently teasing, and it escalates the flirtation in a way that's still fun and really low pressure. And that brings us to the final stage, level 3, the green light. You only, and I mean only, get here after you've gotten a really enthusiastic response to your level 2 interaction. There should be no ambiguity at this point. You both know what's up. So what's the signal for level 3? It is absolutely unmistakable. Eye contact that is, and I'm quoting here, off the charts. It's not just prolonged anymore. It's intense, it's consistent, and it's sending a very clear message of mutual attraction. You should feel very confident about this signal. And only now, with that high level of interest totally confirmed, can the playful energy finally be directed at the two of you. This is the first time in this whole process that it's appropriate to make the innuendo about us. So let's just recap that progression real quick. You start totally safe with third-party objects. If and only if you get a positive signal, you move to playfully misinterpreting their words. And finally, with a massive, obvious green light, you can make it about the two of you. See, each step is built on the success and the consent of the last one. Now, if you only take one single thing away from all of this, let it be this next point. There is one single rule that governs this entire framework. It is never, ever about having the perfect line. The real skill, the thing that separates charming from creepy, is your ability to pay attention, to notice the reaction, to respect their signals, and to adjust what you're doing based on that. It all comes back to that fancy term, empathetic attunement. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? This whole framework is about flirting, sure, but that core skill of truly listening and observing is universal. So think about it. Where else in our lives, from a big negotiation at work to a simple family dinner, could paying this kind of close attention completely change how we talk to each other?